What's going on, everybody? We're out here outside of Atlanta in DeKalb County at Hillandale Cemetery to visit the grave of Lisa Left Eye Lopes. I mean, we are right off the interstate. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just right over there. 75 is. So it's a little loud, more than I thought it was going to be. So I tell you what, let's go walk around, see if we can't find the grave. And I don't really know where it's at, so it may take a little bit of, but we'll talk about it. We'll talk about her life, her career, celebrate her life, and pay our respects. And I guess before we start, let me get the ad out of the way and say thank you for subscribing. All the people that have subscribed, it's been amazing. Over the past month and a half, the channel's grown. And if you haven't, please consider subscribing, liking, doing all the things. And thank you. Like, I honestly, it is hard to put into words what it feels like when you do something you enjoy and people enjoy watching it. So with all that out of the way, I tell you what, let's go try to find the grave and let's talk about Miss Lopes a little bit. Beautiful little cemetery here. Goes way on over there, as you can see. Just a little, boy, that traffic is not going to be fun to go back with. All right. Also, there's those guys, and I don't have a good track record with them. So let's see if we don't get in a fight today. How about that? So Lisa was born in Pennsylvania to an Army father who was reportedly strict. He was also multi-instrumentalist. As a result of his Army career, the family moved around a lot. Lisa described her upbringing in this way. I was an Army brat, so I grew up in black neighborhoods, white neighborhoods. I lived in Panama, where it was predominantly Spanish people or Army kids. She moved to Atlanta in 1990. Sorry if it's, I'm cutting out trying to talk about this. I'm trying not to step in droppings from all those geese. The following year, Perry Pebbles Reed, herself a singer who scored a multi-platinum album in '88 with her self-titled debut, put the group together. At the time, Pebbles was married to fellow R&B singer and producer L.A. Reid. In '92, the group released their debut album, Oh, on the TLC tip. The title coming from Lisa's rap on the last line of Ain't Too Proud to Beg. The album peaked at number 14 on Billboard's 200 in '92. It would later move to number 3 in '95. But it was TLC's sophomore effort, Crazy Sexy Cool, released in '94, that would propel the group to superstardom and help make them the best-selling female group in music history, even surpassing the Supremes. Although the Supremes have 12 number one hits to TLC's 4. Let's not forget how great the Supremes were. The album spawned the hits Creep, Waterfalls, and among others. Lopes was considered crazy, Thomas sexy, and Watkins was cool. In 2019, Crazy Sexy Cool received a diamond certification. She would carry the nickname of Left Eye for the rest of her life. Although her obituary in the New York Times claimed it was a boyfriend who noticed her left eye was significantly larger than her right one. And at that, the nickname was born that way. After the group's initial success, Lisa took to sporting a black stripe under her left eye. TLC's third album, Fan Mail, was released in '99 and debuted at number 1. Despite the phenomenal success of the group, they filed for bankruptcy in '95 and fought with their record label and management over royalties. They eventually got a new contract in '94. Lisa was charged with arson for torching the Atlanta mansion of her boyfriend, wide receiver Andre Rison, after an argument. She pled guilty and paid a $10,000 fine, was sentenced to a halfway house and placed on 5 years probation. The couple's relationship was reportedly discussing marriage a year before Lisa died. Lopes was once quoted saying, "Me and Andrew just have a bond that no one will understand. Sometimes I even don't." The fighting within the group became more public as the 90s progressed. At one point, Lopes challenged Watkins and Thomas to release solo albums to see who the public liked the best. Each member later stated that they were sisters and that the fights were part of being a family. Shortly after her death, Lisa reportedly signed with now former producer Mario Suge Knight, co-founder and CEO of Death Row, and was planned to use the new stage name Nina, street slang for 9mm, but according to her, it stood for New Identity Not Applicable. Shortly before her death, the car in which Lisa was a passenger in, but driven by her assistant, accidentally killed a little boy. She was quoted as saying a spirit was trying to get her and killed the boy by mistake. A car stopped in front of her and she swerved to avoid a collision. The SUV then rolled over and landed upside down. Lisa was the lone fatality, having died instantly due to a head injury. She was being filmed by a passenger at the time of the accident, and the camera cut off at the moment of impact. Lisa's death came exactly 8 months to the day of fellow singer Aaliyah, who died at the age of 22. What a beautiful, beautiful grave. Energy never dies. It just transforms. Sunset, April 25th, 2002. Now that is beautiful. And so with that, we paid our respects to Miss Lopes, and I'd like to thank you for watching. If you made it this far, thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, do all the things to help this channel grow. And you never know what you're going to find on the back roads. Thank you guys so much.